Hey everyone, it's Joe from the all-wheel drive wagon project. Today I want to talk about the European cup holder mod and how to get it installed in your Mk6 Golf or wagon. So the European cup holder isn't anything new, it's been around for quite a while. But I do realize that there is a resurgence of Mk6 owners now with the TDIs getting fixed and then going back out on the market. So this video is going to be geared towards those folks who might not be familiar with this and how to go about doing this DIY. So with that said, let's jump into it. We're going to start at the rear of the console by removing the 2 Torx screws securing the rear tray in place. Next, we're going to gently pry the sides of the console's rear HVAC panel outward to release it from the console's base. This is going to expose the 2 screws that secure the rear base trim to the console. Now we're going to remove the auxiliary input plug by using a pick and prying outward. We'll disconnect the wiring harness and set it aside. The rear trim of the console is now ready to be removed. The goal here is to gently pull outward while lifting up to get the unit out. We can now remove the console skirts by removing the Torx screw at the front of the panel and then pulling down to release the plastic clips. Using a pick, gently pull up the rubber cup holder insert to expose a Torx screw under it. Let's remove it. Moving up to the shifter, use a plastic pry tool to gently disengage the trim surround from its base. Then, pull the shift boot up, exposing the shaft. To remove the boot and knob from the shaft, insert a flat blade screwdriver into the compression fitting and gently pry apart while lifting up to release the assembly. This exposes the 2 screws securing the storage tray. Push up the tray from the underside to access the wiring harness for the traction control button and 12-volt power source. Disconnect each of the harnesses and pull the storage tray out by lifting up while pulling toward you. Next, remove the plastic trim surrounding both the radio and HVAC controls. Use only a plastic interior pry tool for this to ensure you don't scratch or mar the soft materials. The HVAC trim has an airbag indicator harness attached to it. Disconnecting this will set off an airbag light that will need to be cleared using VCDS, so keep that in mind during this process. There are 2 Torx screws now exposed that were under the HVAC trim. Remove these to release the lower dash console trim. To remove the lower dash trim, firmly pull back to release the 2 metal retaining clips at the front of the unit and guide it over the shifter. There are 2 remaining Torx screws attached to the console support bracket before the main console trim can be removed. With the e-brake handle pulled up as far as it'll go, lift the main console trim up and over the shifter to remove. Now let's flip the console over on its side to access the 2 Torx screws securing the cup holder to the console. To remove the cup holder, slide the unit forward out of the track. Use the reverse process to install the European cup holder in its place. You can now install the bottom grip piece and bottle opener, but leave the last grip piece so that you can access the screw hole to secure it once the console is back in place. Reverse the entire process to reinstall the console and trim. Alright, so that's it. Not too bad of an install, right? Really clean look on the interior of the Mk6. I love to be able to close that cup holder when it's not in use and get that really clean, slick look in the interior. If you know somebody who would benefit from this, please tag them below. I'm also going to drop all the part numbers to all the parts used in this in the comments as well to help you guys out. If there's anything else that you guys would like to see from the all-wheel drive wagon project, please let me know in either a comment or shoot me a DM, and I'll look at putting that stuff together for you. Thank you so much for following along on this build. It has been a ton of fun.